welcome to today's devotional. So glad that you have joined me. We are excited to talk to you about soap. Soap, right? Showed you all my soaps yesterday. I have lots of soaps. We've been dealing with lots of soaps, washing our hands till, I don't know, there's nothing left. No more germs. I've washed them so many times, right? No, but we're not talking about real soap. We're just talking about the word soap and how we can use it to help us to learn more about God through our scriptures and studying them. You know, we've been sharing devotions for a long time talking about how when we get to know God more, we can be more like Him. And when we're more like Him, when we share about Him, people can see, they can see Jesus through us. And so the first letter in the word soap is S, and it stands for scripture. Now, first you might think, okay, how am I going to pick a scripture? You know, it's a pretty big book, right? You aren't just gonna, thumb through the pages and go, that one. What I would suggest is picking something that maybe you heard in a sermon, or maybe you heard in a lesson in a Sunday school class or something like that, or even some of the scriptures that we have used for our devotionals. And just a reminder, if you're not a big reader, that's okay, because we have devices that we can use that it can read it to us. We can also ask people in our family or our friends to read the scriptures to us. So there are lots of different ways that you can get that information, even if you don't feel super comfortable reading it yourself. So let's just say I was at church on Sunday and I heard a scripture and I want to investigate it more. Here's number one I would suggest to you when you read that scripture. Read a little bit before it and a little bit after it, because just like a story, if you were reading the story of the three little pigs and you got to the end and you just read the part about the wolf, you might not understand all the rest that happened earlier in the story, right? So always read a little bit before and always read a little bit after, so you understand what it's talking about in its full piece. So I told you yesterday that we were going to read the scripture from James chapter 1, and I have it here in my Bible, and I also have it here on my device. And it says, if it's James chapter 1 verse 5, if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all who without finding fault, and it will be given to you. So you're reading that scripture, but remember, let's go before it, and it talks about trials and temptations. So trials are the hard things, right, in life. Temptations are the things that we know we shouldn't do, but sometimes we're like, I want to, I shouldn't, I want to do it, but I shouldn't. And so it says, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kind, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. And let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. And then it goes into the scripture that we're talking about. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously without finding fault. So the neat thing about that is, now you know what is God giving you wisdom about. He's going to give you wisdom about your trials and your temptations. He's going to help you to know how to live and what to do, because we don't always know, or it's hard to figure out what we should or shouldn't do, but God can help us and give us wisdom in all things so that we can understand and do things the way He would like for us to do. So that helps to look at a scripture, look at the before, look at the after. And then tomorrow in our devotion, we're going to talk about how we can study that scripture even more so. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.